This next exercise is called oblique twists. So you are strengthening the core and the oblique abdominal muscles. You've really got to concentrate and focus on the posture here. Ensure that you are moving correctly from the obliques. So the long box is placed right against the shoulder pads, and you have the rope on the furthest ring on the strap. So you're going to sit square on. You can also sit cross-legged off the box if you prefer. But we're going to start on the box here, and I'm kind of not actually in the middle. I'm a little bit to one side here. And I'm just going to take the strap, 4 fingers in, thumb outside of the strap, and I'm going to twist my rib cage to the side because I want my nose, my breastbone, and the middle of my palm to all be in alignment. So my arm's not out here, my head's not over there. So nose, breastbone are level with the middle of my palms. I've got a soft kink in the elbows. I'm going to breathe in to prepare, drop the scapula down, lengthen up tall, and then slowly twist. And wherever I stop, my nose, my breastbone, and my hands are in alignment. So my hands aren't out of alignment with my nose, with my breastbone, and my nose isn't over here. So everything, wherever I stop that movement, those 3 are all in alignment. Now it might look like an arm exercise, and it will be if you just yank the strap and do that. So you've got to resist that temptation, almost leave your arms there, and the movement comes because you're twisting the steering wheel, the rib cage. Remember, a true oblique twist, you won't get that far. This is why people then try to turn the head so the nose comes out of alignment with the sternum, or they'll just move the arms. And the dead giveaway is one elbow will be more bent than the other because I've used this arm to pull the strap. Rather than just leaving my arms out of the picture, they are going to move, but they follow me. The initiation is from the rib cage twisting. So I often actually get people to do this with their eyes closed, because remember, the body follows where the eyes go. This is why people, when they do oblique work, want to turn the head, because it rotates the shoulders. But this isn't oblique work. But oblique work is from beneath the breastbone, not above. So don't lose that temptation of turning the head or twisting the shoulder girdle. The twist comes from the obliques. The head and shoulders just happen to follow, but they don't lead the way. So often I get people to do it with their eyes closed and actually hardly move. In fact, just leave the arms where they are and just turn the rib cage until you've just literally moved half an inch away from the stopper, and you'll feel the effort in the oblique that it takes just to hold the carriage half an inch away from the stopper. Okay, so move slowly and mindfully here, because it's very easy to get wrong. A couple of other things I will point out when Jasmine performs this, and I'm going to have Jasmine face the other way because I want you to watch this from the back, because as people tend to move, there tends to be this, a shortening of the waist. So instead of a rotation of the spine, it almost becomes a lateral flexion of the spine in an attempt to drag the strap. So you've got to watch that both sides of the waist remain exactly equal. Both shoulders are at the same height, and that you don't have more weight on one sit bone than you do on the other. So those are the 3 things that you have to check. The weight on each sit bone, so you haven't done that. The length in each side of the waist, so there's no side bend, and the height of both shoulders. Okay, so there's a lot to consider for such a simple movement here. So Jasmine, I'm going to have you sitting facing that way with the crease of your knee on the edge of the box. I'm just going to lengthen that strap. There you go. So I want you to clasp the hands like that and just turn your whole body, just shuffle a little way this way, that's it. Yeah. So just turn the whole body so that your alignment of the nose, sternum, so you've got nose, sternum here, just twist the body a little more, your rib cage a little more, and bring your hands this way. Soft kink in the elbows and drop the shoulders down. Of course, you don't have to have the arms at shoulder height. If that feels uncomfortable, it's easier to have the arms a little lower. Okay, so I'm going to come from the back here, take a breath in to prepare. As you exhale, I want you to really lengthen up tall, pushing your head into my hands, and very slowly, don't think you have to move far, just come towards the midline, no further than that. Yeah, and then gently release, coming back. Breathing in, exhale, and so make sure, because you're twisting to the right, that you don't put more weight on the right sit bone. That's it. Did you see that little shift there? So she's just adjusted the weight. She's got a little bit more weight on that left sit bone because it should be equal. And then gently release. Now I'm going to put my hands between the rib cage and the rim of her pelvis here, just to make sure that the waist is long and even on both sides. So stretch up, spiral your head up to the ceiling as you rotate. And then gently come back to the center. Let's do one more. Now I'm going to move up to the shoulders, making sure that the shoulders stay at the same height as she rotates. Breathing in. Exhale and gently breathing out. Good. And then gently back. How did you find that, Jasmine?
Yeah, all right.
Not too bad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, there's a lot of people find it difficult to keep the alignment without using the arms. So if you face the other way, Jasmine, just flip round. What we're going to do now is use a little prop, and that's your Pilates magic circle, the ring here. So you're going to place the padded part of the ring on the sternum here. Okay, the hands would naturally go around like this. Now if you just take your hands away for a sec, Jasmine, because as the body twists, so just twist to this direction, you'll see that the nose, the sternum and the hands are forced to be in alignment because this is where you're holding. What will happen if the arms start to lead the way is this, and you'll see this side of the little pad comes away from the sternum. So it's just a little tool, a little prop that really helps beginners get that alignment, okay? So it's a very, very handy little tool here. And the strap just goes around the ring here, okay? So let's just move away from the stopper. There you go. Place the hands. That's it. It also shapes the arms. There you go. And then gently release, coming back round. Breathing in, exhale, spiral the head up to the ceiling and just slowly. That's it, good. Inhale, release. Nice. And again, exhale, rotating, breathing out. Nice. And release. How's it feeling there, Jasmine, with that prop?
I like it better.
You like it? You prefer it with the prop?
Mm-hmm.
I must admit, I prefer it with the prop as well. Slowly, because it really just focuses on that alignment. The nose, the breastbone, and the middle of the palms. You can see it's almost forced to stay in that alignment. And then gently release. I'm just going to get you to close your eyes, Jasmine, and I just want you to hardly move. So just almost like leave your arms and head behind. And I just want you to just leave the arms there and just twist the ribs towards the left, just an inch or so, and then just hold it there. So you're not even moving, just hold it there, hardly moving. You've just come away from the stopper and really start to lengthen and get a sense of the equal weight on both sit bones and on each side of the waist and between each shoulder. What can you feel there?
A lot more on the obliques.
A lot more obliques. So it's not necessarily the bigger the movement, the better. Usually the bigger the movement, the more likely it is to come from other body parts. And then gently release. So you hardly have to come away from that stopper. And then gently release. Now I'm just going to give you the other strap. So Jasmine was using the strap that's nearest to her, but now I'm going to use the strap behind her. It's further away. I'm going to take away that ring now, Jasmine. And so she's got a lot more strap to pull because it's slightly behind her now. So it's going to be more taut, which makes it a little bit more challenging. Breathing in to prepare. Exhale and slowly pull. Now I can see Jasmine's posture slightly leaning over. Yeah, can you see that? As she pulled there, she's slightly done that. She's leaned over because that is now a little bit too much. Okay, you don't want any listing to one side or the other. Did you feel that, Jasmine? Yeah, it was just, so in an attempt to pull, she kind of did that, which is where that lateral flexion comes from, and it's no longer that rotation of the spine. So less oblique work there because she had to work other muscle groups to compensate. This is where you've got to watch out from all different directions, front, back, side, to make sure that posture is completely upright and it is a true movement from those obliques. We're just going to try it kneeling now. So let's take the box away. And let's be kneeling facing this way. That way, yeah. That's it. And just see what it feels like in kneeling. Okay, do you want the prop? You all right with that? Okay, so breathing in. So remember, you're watching out that both elbows have the same softness, that one elbow doesn't bend more than the other, usually the one that's leading the way. Breathing in to prepare. Exhale and slowly breathing out. So there is a slight shortening of the waist on that left-hand side, usually corresponding with the opposite shoulder coming higher. So you get this kind of action, shortening on the left and raising of that right shoulder. So if you're aware that that's going to happen, raising the right shoulder and shortening the left-hand side of the waist, as you rotate, you almost want to do the opposite. You almost want to drop that right shoulder down and shorten this side of the waist. Deep breath in. Exhale and just to there. Yes. And then gently release. How does that feel there, Jasmine?
Okay, yeah.
Yes?
And
yeah?
more in the core.
More in the core. Yeah. So more in the core in this kneeling position. But how about standing? Okay. Now, did that feel, before I give you the strap, Jasmine, did that feel quite challenging in terms of resistance?
It was okay.
It was okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if it was too much, I can change the gear bar.
No, it's okay.
It's okay? Yeah. So let's have a little bit of a wider stance. Yeah. And you need to get that softness in the knee so you're not locked out here. So I'm going to give you that, Jasmine. Okay. So you're going to have to pull on the strap initially just to get into the start position. So we want the headlamps on those hip bones shining their high beams forward whilst the whole spine rotates off to the side. Okay, soften the knees, keep those headlamps shining forward, take a breath in and then exhale and slowly pull. Now you notice I'm holding on to Jasmine just so she feels some security, because there's a little bit of fear when people stand on a moving platform and some balance is involved, and then gently release. And again, exhale, softening those knees. And how does it feel there, Jasmine?
Harder.
Harder again? Yeah, actually it's not bad. And release, well done. I'll do one more. Exhale and gently, keeping those headlamps shining forward, shoulders down, navel tight, soften the knees, lengthen tall, and then gently release. Good. Wait until the carriage has stopped moving, and then you can step down. That's your oblique twist.